Hi everyone, I'll be right with you. All right. You'd think I'd be all set up and ready every time I have to do this or want to do this. It's not a have, it's a need. It's a need for me. All right, retry. Internet. I tried to turn down the volume. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Let's Caffeinate and Create. I found a yummy coffee, and I can't tell you the brand in Tops, and it is caramel biscotti with sweet cream. It's delicious. So I'm on my second cup, so cheers to all of you this morning. We are going to, my name's Mary Jo Snyder, first of all. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. And I am very excited to be coming to you from upstate New York and sharing with you the Love and Courage stamp set that I have yet to put ink on any of this. I haven't even put the stickers on the cling stamps yet, so I'm going to kind of dabble in that so you can see how to do that if you have any of these that come to you in your orders. So don't forget that I have the Tractor and Company 4-card class kits. Mine has stamped images. That is available to you if you place an order of $35 or more in my online store during the month of October. I also want to advise that I was going to announce the Christmas tags and more card class and tag class. And unfortunately, the designer series paper has gone on unorderable, so it's currently unavailable. It will restock, so I'm going to either postpone the class or I'm going to substitute with something else. So the month of October, I am, unfortunately, because it's winding down, not able to offer you a class, but you could get the online class that I created using the Tractor and Company for placing an order in my online store of $35 or more. Now, mind you, being frugal, you may want to purchase the starter kit at $35 instead. You will get a special gift from me in the mail. I can't offer a special with you joining my team because it's against policy. But what I can do is send you an amazing team packet if you join my team. The $35 option for joining is you get $125 worth of product, your business supplies, a free paper pumpkin from the past, and other things that come in your starter kit. So $35 for $125 worth of product, no shipping cost, just tax and $35. You can't beat it. So you may want to add some of those wonderful things in your starter kit so that you get more for your money. And I would love to have you on my team. Of course, if you already belong or have a demonstrator that you have worked with for, if you have a demonstrator that you've already worked with and done stuff with and whatnot, I would appreciate you supporting them if you want them as your team leader. I would love to have anyone on my team. I have so many perks for my team members. I share sketch challenges so far. I actually am going to be doing those videos hopefully sometime today. I have other commitments throughout the day, so I do have the card already planned out for the sketch, and we have a private Facebook group that we have all that fun to share and love on everybody's creativity and inspiration. So it's a safe place for all of us to just join in and have fun. With that, you also become a member of Celine Kempton's Stampers with Heart team because she is my immediate upline. So there is the benefit of that. So I am just really excited. Yesterday, Celine Kempton and Tammy White, who coordinate the event for Stamp Out Breast Cancer, they had their event in person. I cannot wait for them to tally and see how much they've raised. Before going into the event, they had already raised $11,025. So the link is below in the description of this video. where you can see where you can donate to the cause. $25 will give you the opportunity of getting a PDF for projects using this stamp set. I do want to let you know that currently it is unavailable. However, don't be discouraged. That just means that Stampin' Up! Picked an amazing set, and it's awesome for this time of year because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This has so many other options as far as just breast cancer. There are many other cancers that have many other colors. And of course, domestic violence is something that I survived. And purple is for domestic violence. And hi Maggie, I will be sharing some other alternate projects using them in different for different causes. But today we're going to focus on breast cancer awareness because of the event yesterday. And please consider hitting that link and donating to Celine and Tammy's cause. It is amazing that they do this each year, and I can't tell you how many years they've done it. You also can get over to Etsy at Tada Moments, and you can purchase the this year's shirt, and it actually mimics this, but it has different words, and it's got bling in the center of the flower. It's beautiful. I wore mine yesterday to a Croptoberfest, and just to honor the event that was going on that I wasn't present at, but I did do some donations and sent product for the make and takes that people were able to make. I tried to do my part even though I'm not present. So if you can hop on over there, that's great too. This stamp set also, I'll give you a little plug, or Stampin' Up! A little plug. It's a make a difference stamp set. So you'll see that hashtag in the description of my video as well. Making a difference is something that Stampin' Up! Does once a year in their annual catalog. Hey, Sue. I'm sorry, in their September to December mini catalog. I always call it the holiday catalog, but it's so much more than just holidays. $3 of every purchase of the stamp set, and the stamp set is $25. $3 of every purchase goes to breast cancer research and organizations to help fight breast cancer. So, and that is different in every area that Stampin' Up! Has demonstrators. So across the world. So for the United States, they will pick an organization to donate the funds, the $3 per stamp set that was sold, that will be sold throughout the course of the life of the stamp set, to help fight breast cancer. So it's a great cause, and there's so many things that you can do with this stamp set, and I'm so excited. I'm going to do my part in some way here in my area, and I'm going to make some cards. And I think the next time that I have to go have my mammogram for a follow-up, because I have had 2 spots that I had to have biopsied, and thankfully I was blessed that they came back negative. But it's a scary situation, the unknown, and it's so important because breast cancer has affected so many people that not I don't think there's anyone, I mean, I could be completely off base, but I really don't think there's anyone that doesn't have someone they know, a friend, a family member, a friend of a friend, that this has touched their lives. And the fight is real. So, as with any cancer, and orange is the color for renal cancer. So I will be doing some of that. I will do some purple for the overall, remember when they used to do the Relay for Life and the color was purple, as well as for domestic violence. So you can look forward to that, plus some alternates that are just seasonal and awesome, and not just about, the fight. It's about making this kit go a little bit further than what its intent is for, or this stamp set. So I am flying by the seat of my pants, and we are going to do some crafting. I'll do a couple cards with you today, and I will carry on the stamp set throughout the week to the end of October, which is Friday, the 31st. So I will contribute my shares throughout and keep adding that post for you to donate, because the fundraiser ends at the end of the month, and I would love for you to, even no donation is too small, do what you can afford if you're able to, or take the stamp set, make some cards and take them to your local women's testing facility for, that type of thing. Now, breast cancer can affect anyone, male or female. So just putting that out there. But I have a women's center that I go to in Elmira. It's the Arnett Ogden Women's whatever, but that's where I go to have my mammograms, and they're wonderful there. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get the camera flipped down. Cheers to my coffee and my cup. Let's caffeinate and create, my friends. All right, let me get you pointed down. All right, you'll see some stuff on my work area in my work. Okay, I accidentally hit the off button on my phone. Big finger syndrome this morning. Wow, I'm glad I'm still alive. Glad I didn't lose you guys. Oh my gosh. All right, now we got the volume kick in. I am good. We're going to just zoom in just a smidge and we will be good to go. So on page 4 in your catalog, if you have the mini catalog or the electronic version, you can, hey Lisa, you can go ahead and take a look at the write-up here and all the amazing things. Obviously, they've done some distressing to some vellum in the background. Not vellum, but, oh, I don't know the name of that paper off the top of my head. I can't remember, but you can do the stamp. The emboss resist. It's already embossed. You just do the coloring, wipe it off, and, you know, do your thing there. So, all right, I have got with me the stamp set. I also have some pink. We've got Pretty in Pink, Strawberry Slush, and, oh, I got some fun stuff to share with you later. I have picked out Strawberry Slush ribbon from the In Color family of ribbon, and it is faux linen ribbon. I have also picked out lint ribbon, and it is, oh, very soft, 1/4 of an inch, and this is a 1/2 inch, nope, 3/8 of an inch. So I've got different things that I can use to coordinate with the products that I'm using, or the colors that I've chosen. And I also have, I know I had my paper out here, oh, there it is. These are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. So I thought this would be a great addition. These are in the online store, item 165615. This ribbon is 165562. And this ribbon is 165274. So those are my embellishment choices. And with that, I've got my thick basic white 159229, regular basic white, which I'm almost out of. I'm glad I took advantage of the free shipping sale. That's 166780. I've got Pretty in Pink 163793. And I've got Strawberry Slush 165625, and I will put the products that I'm using and their numbers in the description of this video later on today. It won't be right away because I have other obligations today. So, and I'm looking forward to them. I need apples, and I'm not sure what we're doing. I would love to go to Wickham Farms or some other place to get fresh apples and make some apple crisp. Not that I need it. My butt needs to get back to the gym because my waistline is not doing so good. And you know what? We still got the holidays coming. Yeeks. So let me share with you how to assemble a few of these. And I will just do the minimum at the moment. And if I need to do more throughout the video, I will. So I'm going to grab my large E-block. These are the ergonomic blocks that you can purchase in my online store as well. I do not have the numbers of those, but I can certainly include those with a link in the description of this video so you can get to them easily in my online store. All right, I have added the sticker to the block. I'm peeling off the backing. There are 2 ways to do this. I need a new pointer. I kind of have damaged the tip of my take your pick tool. And then you're going to find how this fits on your stamp. So we've got the flower on that side. What am I doing? Oh, right here. See how it's going to fit, because, where am I? Okay, flower, flip. There we go. A little hard to see the outline if my head's not in the camera. You don't need to see all that, right? And then you're going to add that to this, or put that right on the stamp. It is a really easy way to do that. And then there you go. You have your label on your stamp. Now these are cling. These are getting phased out because the red rubber portion here is very hard for Stampin' Up! To get their hands on currently with today's economy and the way life has changed with certain things. So I'm going to just do a couple of these, show you a couple more times, and then I'll show you another way you can do it. All right, so this stamp says, thank you. Thank you for supporting me throughout my battle. And again, my take your pick tool. I'm going to find where that seam is. I highly recommend when you're using this, do you see how that's twisted or bent? When you're using this to help get things out of dies, please invest in the brush tip for your take your pick tool. I do not have that yet, but it will help get those images out of your, now mind you, you see I peeled off the backing to this as well. It will help you get the intricate die cut pieces out of your dies. I mean, I end up using my take your pick tool when I really shouldn't be, but you know, I can always buy more spare parts, pieces, whatever. All right, now this is another way that you can go ahead and add these. You're going to peel off both sections, leave it on the sheet, and then you can take your stamp, and if you have a steady hand, which normally I don't, you can add that on to the stamp or the label and add it that way, whichever is easiest for you. I find with the bigger images, it's definitely easier for me to add them to a block. I said I wasn't going to do all these, but you know what? I am. So, because I don't know what I'm going to end up using. And, you know, practice makes perfect. So, plus we get a chance to talk. Hey, Marva, welcome. Hi. It's so good to see you on here. I hope you are doing well and loving your place that you're living. I know my mom did. So, all right. If you could get some people around, Marva, I would come and craft with all of you. Find out if there's interest, and I'll come and stamp with you guys. I know you're all probably, we'll figure it out, but I wouldn't mind coming and helping those create, because it just sounds fun. So you let me know. All right, we're going to pull the rest of these stamps out of here. And this is just the remaining red rubber. Wish they could find a way to melt it down and recycle it, because I'd send it back to them. But it is what it is. So, all right, we're going to pull the word hope backings off. And the key to this, I mean, granted, you can see this way how the word goes on there. You just follow the design of the label. Peel that off and you're good to go. But when you're doing it on a block, you kind of have to figure out how the shape matches the sticker on the block. So let me show you that again. We'll go ahead and put that sticker on there and peel off the backing to expose the stickiness. And we have it goes this way. You have the flat edge there. You've got a curvy end and curvy up there. And there you go. I like to put the stickers on so I know what the stamp says, and hopefully I have it on well enough so that I'm stamping in the right direction. So with the remaining images, I'm just going to go ahead and peel the backing off of the sticker, and I'm going to add them this way just to be a little quicker. And another little, we got a heart. And my take your pick tool is the thing I use for everything. It's definitely loved. All right, and there's the heart. So there we go. We've got all of our labels on. We can get rid of this. And I can, you know what? I just got to thinking. There is, there's this little label down here. It says love and courage, but you know, it's not going to really, I was thinking, what could we do with that? But it's, the case is already labeled, so we don't really need to do anything with it. All right, so there you go. All the stamps have their labels. And now we're going to create. I'm excited. Now you don't have to season these. That's one benefit of red rubber, or the Claremont stamps. And I'm going to grab a sheet of strawberry slush. Pretty in pink. Thick basic white. Now your thick basic white is great for card bases, whereas your other is, your other basic white is good for layering and, you know, die cut images, stamping on, using as your card base layers for whatever you want to do. Building your own designer series paper for that matter. All right, so for this, we have this, and you know, you can add in, let's just grab some stuff. These are two different paper packs. Now we have strawberry slush in the new in colors, so we can use that. They are the new in colors, and this is the designer series pack. Designer series paper pack for the new in colors. So we could use that. I also have, and I don't know if I'll be able to grab it quickly. I have a, look at that, I picked the right one. Thank you gift from Jennifer Cotton. How wonderful is that? And it is part of the designer series paper and extra card bases. So I'm going to hope that I don't interfere with the class I need to do, but I'm going to grab a piece or some of the designer series paper. Oh yeah, it's like a half pack. There's no way I'm going to need to use all of that. I'm going to grab this sheet, which has stripes, that sheet. Now this is last year's paper, but you know what? It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to use it anyway because I have it. So this is last year's designer series paper for the color family, but I want to keep it handy and use it if I can. I also can pull in designer series paper that is current, that has these tones in, or I can create my own. So I'm going to cut down just to get started. Let's see what my watch is doing. Oh, it's telling me to check my rings. Well, you know, I just put my watch on, so I know they're a little rough. I want to cut this down to, I know what I'm going to do. That way I'll get more for my money when I go to duplicate these cards and get them to the Cancer Center. So I've cut this down to 5 3/4 and a 3 1/2. Okay, so we're going to put this aside. And I'll be able to get 5 of those. Actually, let's just keep cutting. Might as well teach while I'm doing what I'm doing, right? That's what demonstrating is all about. Okay, we're gonna get 5 of those from one sheet of paper. So we'll take that long piece and we will cut it down to 3 1/2 and then trim it at 4 3/4. So these pieces are 4 3/4 by 3.5. So I got 5 of them from one sheet. I am going to, with this one, I am going to actually cut it down to card base size. And we're going to do some fun stuff with this. So I've done it 4 1/4 by, and I didn't want to put a crease through all of it because I might end up doing fun folds of some sort. So with this one, we're going to use this as the card base and just a standard card base, scoring this. This is 4 1/4, I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 11, half of that piece of paper. We're going to score at 5 1/2, which is half of 11. And that is going to create your basic card base. Okay. Those of you here that are first time to my channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, as well as like, share, whatever you can do. Everything that I am asking is absolutely free for you to do. And, you know, sending some emojis, you know, whatever you want to do. I'm doing that right now to show you. You can send emojis. Anything you do in doing that just helps me in reaching more people. And that is so important to me. I really love the fact that I can reach more people by doing these things. Now I think I want to pull in some dies. I'm going to set these aside. Even though I've cut this down, I want to create kind of a focal image using some die pieces. I want to grab I'm really stuck on this perennial postage because I think it's great. And we'll see what sizes will fit that piece of paper. Now, if I don't have one to fit, maybe that paper's too small. Actually, it's perfect for this size. So what I've picked is the second to the largest, the perennial postage, and this is item 162607. And those dies are so amazing. Absolutely love them. So we're going to grab our stamp cut and emboss machine, which I wasn't going to use today, but why not dress it up some and make it look really cool. All right, so we're going to do this. I think I lost my flower. Oh no. That's a little name tag Celine made me when I went to retreat one time, or she mailed it to me. I can't remember. The wonderful, wonderful world of being on a team and all the added love that we're able to do for our team members. It's just so wonderful. Just random gifts of kindness and sharing the love for all their hard work and dedication to being on your team. And just being a part of your journey. So, all right, so we, look at that. I even have a frame. I actually cut that halfway decent. So we have that perennial postage die that measures just under 4 3/4 by 3.5, right? So we have that. I might keep that for something. I say that, who knows? Who knows? And now I think for my label to add a sentiment, we might do another size of this, but let's wait and see what I decide to do with this. But you know what? Honestly, let's grab, we'll wait. We'll stamp and then we'll die cut. All right, so we'll put this down for now. And we are going to do some stamping on this piece. We'll set this aside and sip a coffee. I'm going to use the strawberry slush. And I'm going to see if this is going to fit on here. And it looks like it will. Grab my E-block again, because that seems to be the best size for this. And do I want to put it on crooked? I don't think so. All right. With a big stamp like this, I like to take my ink and actually dab it onto the back of the stamp, or the stamp image. And Let's go ahead and stamp this. This says support, strength, heart, faith, resolve, fight, hope, courage, survivor, believe. We are so crooked. It's all good. Hey, everybody. Now it is distinctive, so I guess it turned out halfway decent. I think I could fill that in a little bit better, but we're gonna go with it. I know I need to probably put some extra ink in my ink pad, but for now, that is our image. It's might be a little crooked, but I'm gonna go with it. Then what I'm gonna do is grab a piece of white. Let's grab my chamois, see if it's still wet from crafting yesterday. Yes, it is. So we are going to take our chamois. We're going to wipe off our stamp. I do not have the item number for my chamois, but they are in my online store. There is also the Stamp and Scrub, which is this here. And it also comes with, I just got to scooch over and grab it, your Stamp and Mist. So this is that 2-part container where you have the rain on one side, sunshine on the other. You're spraying your solution here. That's your cleaning. That's your drying side. Cleaning, drying, rain, sun, wet, dry. That's how that works. If anyone ever had experience with that. I'm really getting into using my chamois lately, though. I think it's just easier for me, and I like it. Starting to wear on me after being around for a few years. Starting to enjoy the love of it. All right, so I want to get a piece of white, basic white. And I'm going to get a bigger piece. I'm going to cut this down to 5.5 by 4 1/4. Let's close this because I know how I am. And 4 1/4. It doesn't really matter what size it is because it's just going to get die cut. So we've got this. We're going to bring in our die cutting machine again and grab the largest perennial postage. And I'm going to see if this is going to work for me. If I don't like it, we'll just improvise and do something different. So this is the largest perennial postage. If I can flip that over the right way and line this up the way I want, you'll go, because it has a straight edge, you want to go in at a diagonal, if you can even see what I'm doing. Go in at a diagonal so the pressure is not on the wheels of your stamp cut and emboss machine as well as on your die. It just makes it easier to flow without having the straight edge completely flush to the machine. Now what I'm looking for is the layer for me to put on here, which I've buried with my paper trimmer. I say home for 5 minutes, that's not accurate. In my craft room for 15 minutes prior to doing my video here, taking care of things that I didn't put away after getting home yesterday, and that's okay. I love going to retreats. It gives me the space I need, it's not very even, but I can cut it down, so we'll save that for another time. Space I need, lack of interruptions per se. Not that I have a lot of interruptions, but I can literally dedicate my time to just crafting. And the best part of being a demonstrator and or being in a crafting community is the fact that you never stamp alone. So it's wonderful. Now I'm liking that a lot. That's going to just pop that off the page, and we are going to create this wonderful, just simple, pretty simple card. So I'm going to add this to, I have to refill my precision bottle with my Tombow, so I didn't even get that out today. We've got this. Isn't that awesome? I love layering the perennial postage pieces. And this will go here. And I think what I want to do is grab some of this. I think I want to accent with the darker of the ribbon. Now I've already tied a bow. I'm going to untie that. That was me. I should have just cut it off instead of being that person. That was me playing to show how nice the ribbon ties. I think maybe I'll go up here, down here. Let's go down here. I'm going to wrap this around and we're going to do some kind of faux technique so you actually use less of your ribbon, because hopefully you're creating an abundance of these cards to share or even mail out to people that you know are dealing with or have dealt with breast cancer. So we've got this. I need to raise the bar a little bit or lower it. It's okay that I'm fraying that ribbon. Doesn't matter. It's underneath. So we've got that. Now I am going to take this piece of ribbon and grab my bow maker. And I struggle getting these dowels out of here. I need to lube them up some. And I'm going to make a bow, and we're going to try and remember, because every time I use this, it's like a new experience. And if this is something you're interested in, or you know how to do with a fork, or your 2 fingers for that matter, you certainly can do that. So this helps me to leave, oops, start over because I have messy fingers here, under, goodness, can you grab it? Over, under again, and then I tie the knot. I just need more leverage because I got, my fingers feel like they're gigundous today. Seriously, that didn't work. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more slack. Sorry about that. Usually I don't have this much struggle anymore because I have kind of taught myself how to do it. Even if it's not the correct way, I get a bow out of it. My goodness. Okay. So the concept is to make it easier on yourself to tie a bow without taking it off the spool, so you're using less product. But for me today, unfortunately, I'm struggling with doing this. So I used a little bit more than I wanted to, but look at the bow you get. It's almost perfect. So I will have to trim that down more than I wanted to, but that's okay. 'Tis okay. So I like to angle my pieces here. See, that's way too much waste for me. So we've got that. I'll probably still have to trim it a little bit more. And this is going to go on here as if I tied a bow right in the center of that, okay? So we will grab some glue dots, which I have packed in my bag. Hold tight. Talk amongst yourselves. Glue dots. If you like our adhesive, glue dot 103683. They've been around forever, and that's why that number is so much different than the rest of the numbers. You gotta have glue dots, right? And I'm gonna double dot it because sometimes 2 dots are better than 1. I'm gonna place this in the center of that ribbon right there. I am going to zhuzh this down a little bit. And do I need to trim it anymore? I think it's okay. Maybe a smidge, which is hard at an angle. See, it's hard once I hold tight. I'll get this. Obviously, I need more coffee. All right, so there's that. Dimensionals on the back of this, which are right here. Oh, look at that. Right near me. That's different. So y'all getting some crafting in this weekend? How many of you get trick-or-treaters? Do you have to buy tons of candy and give out candy? We've never had trick-or-treaters. Mostly when the kids were little, obviously, we were out with them trick-or-treating. But since, we've never really had anyone at our house. So I'm just holding that ribbon down a little bit more. Peeling off the backings. Trying to make them in the garbage rather than on the floor where there's probably 20 already. And yesterday I totally glued stuff on the front of my card backwards. So we've got that. Super cute. Let's find our gems. And we are going to add, we've got white, like a lighter color. We've got the Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush. So we're going to grab some of the darker pink because we stamped in that color. We're going to add those. And I do have the smaller. They come small and large. There's 2 different sizes. And in this pack, there's a total of 150. Item number 165615, if I didn't already go over that. And I'm going to grab a small of the Strawberry Slush, put it down here, and one more of the small and add it right there. So there's our card. We'll add a piece of white to the inside for someone to add their greeting, but there's our first card. A few dies, some embellishments, your stamp. Absolutely love it. So there is that one. And let's go ahead and do another. And I want to, I don't know if I'm going to use this stamp again at the moment. So let's go ahead, grab our stamp case. And we are going to do, it's okay not to be okay. Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone. I'm going to grab the ribbon and another piece of white. And we're going to make a background. And let's see. Paper trimmer right here. Let's put this away so I know where it is when I need it. Put this away. Grab a smaller block for this. We're going to create a background using this piece of paper. And I'm just going to cut this down. I think I'm going to cut it down to, let's do again 4 3/4 by 3.5. Really like that measurement. We're going to create a background. You will want to have a piece of grid paper, which is super fun to have, especially if you have fun ones that may be available to demonstrators. I don't know if these are still available, but I love the paper pumpkin one. I love the cute little dogs and the reference to paper pumpkin, but this will help me in making sure I don't get ink everywhere. But this glass mat, you don't necessarily have to have grid paper, but it's nice too. Now I'm going to do this in 2 different colors. We're going to do hearts, we're going to do ribbons, and create that background. Let's get this back on here and put that away. Put my ribbon scissors away, and now we're good to go. I'm going to add some of these ribbons, and this is the benefit. Look, you can test it. See if you need more ink on your ink pad. It's really good to have your ink pad pretty saturated, you know, so you get really good stamped images. Mine probably could use a little bit of love. Okay, now we're doing good. And I'm just going to do a few of each color because I do still want to put some hearts on there. We'll grab the Strawberry Slush. So we are creating our own designer series paper. I want to clean that stamp off. Now I can come in and just rub that on my chamois. Grab my slush, and I kind of want the whole image. I could stamp off the edge, but I kind of want the whole image showing. I'm going to put one in the center here. And we'll do one right there. Ooh, that didn't get a lot of juice, but that's okay. And we'll grab our heart. So let's clean that stamp off. We'll be done with this stamp for now. The stamp set does not come with a set of dies, but things are easily, you can easily fussy cut them. I highly recommend just using die cuts from, you know, like shape dies, so that you can just kind of create a focal point using an additional die that, and I'm going lighter to dark in case there's any of that light ink left after I clean my stamp, but I'm cleaning it very good, so I don't foresee that being an issue. So now we're going to add some hearts. Now these can go off the page a little bit. So we've got hearts in that color, and we are going to then do strawberry slush. So let's clean our stamp off. So if you accidentally are like transferring ink from one pad to another, which you really don't want to do, but if there happens to be residual on here, I find that a lot when I use my Stampin' Scrub, because I need to clean that periodically, which you just take apart and rinse with warm water and let it dry overnight. But that way you're not transferring ink from one or the other. You know what I'm saying? The ink is, I think I want one more. No, I think that's good. So we've created a background, our own designer series paper. Love it. Let's see what we got. Messages. We are getting, oh, less trick-or-treaters every year. I know, it's crazy. 2 daughters, kids, 20-something now, but I used to buy their kits since they were our only 2. Oh, buy them some craft kits since, sorry, I missed that because I had something in the way of my view. Yeah, it's like my mom would always, like my mom, we'd have the kids go to my mom's, but like I opened this and then I didn't clean the stamp because I was reading. Like we would go to houses we really knew people. Of course, we always had to go to, if we went in if we went in Pulteney, kids always had to go to one of the teachers' houses because he always gave the big candy bars. I think I've talked about this before. But it was, and then we'd like try and rush around and get to another town. But now they don't even honestly trick-or-treat very long. I think the trunk-or-treats go better because everyone's in one location. The adults get to play around, and of course they get to decorate their vehicles. We did that one year and it was a lot of fun. So, and that was after kids were older. Aaliyah and I decorated the car, and we went to the firehouse. The ladies auxiliary and the local library put on the event, and then there were contests for the most, you know, the coolest car decorations and whatnot. So we didn't win, but it was okay. It was fun. All right, I'm picking out another big piece of strawberry slush because I want a piece of it to use as kind of a backdrop. And so again, we're going to cut this down. This is already, I'm going to cut it down to, we're going to do a 5.5. Put things away so they're not in the way. 5.5 by 4.25 is going to be the base. Right? Well, not the base, but what I'm going to be using to cut from. I'm going to do another one of those big die cuts from the Perennial Postage. I think we're just going to stick with this because
I'm really liking the vibe.
Because it's all about sending love. And that's what postage is. If you're using postage, just send that love. Angle it. Grab my top layer. So we have 1, 2, 3, and another, your paper, your die, and another number 3. That's how you sandwich to do your die cutting. We got those. Maybe we can take all those negative pieces and do something with those in a few minutes. So we've got the negative and we've got the positive. So we've got these. And I'll find the other one. It's right there. And maybe we'll use these for something in a card. Okay, so now this can go here. It can layer right on there, which is just about perfect. You got that edging. So we're going to go ahead, create our focal image on top of the largest perennial postage die cut image. So there's that. And we're going to take a sentiment, and I'm going to do Friends Don't Let Friends Fight Cancer Alone. That was on our t-shirt actually. Around this image was sequins and all pinks and lighter tones around it. Really pretty. I should go grab it so you could see it, but it is in the link. Again, I will add the shirt link because that is not in the description of this video, but I will share that in the description of the video so you can go to Ta-Da Moments and order the shirt if that's something you're interested in. It's beautiful. All right, I'm going to grab this piece here, and I'm going to stamp, and then I'm going to figure out which perennial postage image will fit this, and maybe I won't have one that will, but we'll try. Or the die cut pieces, sorry. Again, strawberry slush. And this is when we're grateful that we have 2 sides to a piece of paper. I'm going to put that right in the center. Looks good to me. I love the font. So we've got that. Close that. I like to clean my stamps, like I said, so I'm not sticking my fingers in anything. We'll leave that there for now. And our card base, I think we can go ahead and use the lighter. So we'll grab some Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to create a card base that is going to be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Grab my Simply Score tool because I love to use this for scoring. But if I have to do any scoring that is a 1/16 or an 1/18, no, a 1/16 of an inch, I have to use my my paper trimmer because this only goes to 1/8 of an inch. So let's grab our scoring. This is the old scoring tool, but there is an attachment for the for the paper pumpkin, for the take your pick tool that does have both of the scoring ends on it, just like this does. So that's always nice to have as well. So then you don't have to have too many tools because you have it all in one. It's fantastic. I think I should just order an extra take your pick tool and give it away as a prize. Ooh, that would be something. Maybe my next order. We'll think about that for future. Okay. All right. Or maybe it could be a sales incentive. Since my Christmas tags and more class is kind of on hold, and I may not get around to it because the paper is currently on unorderable. And you know, those things happen with the popularity of the papers, and it's the holiday, it's that time of year. You just kind of got to go with the flow and do the best that you can with what you got. So that class is not happening, unfortunately. And I don't have a die cut piece that is going to fit this. So in order to make this work, we are going to, I think I will grab, this is where we have to have divine intervention and find another thing to use to die cut the image out. I love using dies. I don't use them enough. So let's grab a set of dies that will work. And we have stylish shapes. We have nested essentials. I'm going to go with some of my go-to stylish shape dies. We're going to see what fits. Kind of like the looks of this banner, but I don't think the paper's long enough. It's not. Maybe I'm going to have to do something completely different. That's not going to work. Let's see if this one fits the words. I don't think so. Friends, we are struggling with a die cut image. Maybe we are just gonna have to create something different. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to get my paper trimmer and we're just gonna create our own trimming of this. We're just gonna cut around it and make it work. I'm gonna leave a little bit on that end. So I think you could cut it down to 3/4. I'm gonna keep a little bit on that end. So if you cut a strip from Pretty in Pink, that is 3/4 by 3, roughly. And, all right, we're gonna adhere this to the top of this. I'm not gonna use ribbon here. I'm going to actually do something here to add a little bit of embellishing. We're going to add dimensionals to the back of this. Do one in each corner, one in the center. It's plenty. Or you could go hog wild like I like to do. But for time, I'm just going to keep doing this. This is going to go on the outside of our card. Like so. Create a designer series paper. I'm going to add this tag here, and I'm not going to use dimensionals. Well, actually I am. Let me see what I want to do here. I think I could add just a strip of this around it just to give it some color. So let's go ahead and do some adhesive on the back side. I'm struggling because I haven't gone apple picking this year, and I absolutely love doing it. It was a family thing, whether it was with my mom or we would go to Wickham Farms, and I really enjoyed it with the kids, and I kind of want to go do it, but if today doesn't bring that opportunity, that's okay. I'm going to go spend some time with Fred, long overdue for the both of us, and see what the day brings. We might be sitting around watching Bills play. Sorry, not sorry. All right, I just tacked that down, but we're going to put a dimensional over it anyway. This is going to have a little added bulk to it, but you know what? It's all good. He's a Bills fan. I'm a Dolphins fan. It's just how, you know, things roll. We like to find things that we have in common. It's kind of fun. And it's kind of funny when we find things that we don't have in common, especially when it comes to food. Hey, I love to eat. I don't know what to tell you. It shows. So we've got that. Kind of simple. You created your background. You don't want to take too much away from that background, but we are going to add some more of those beautiful sequins, or whatever we're calling them. Pink gems, strawberry slush, and yep. Pretty in Pink. Okay. Now we're going to do a mix of these. And I might do more than just my typical 3. So I'm going to add, I think I like them in the hearts. So we'll do the darker in that one, a we'll do a lighter in that one. And I want to do on here, you're going to add, I probably should have done the lighter color or even the white, but I'm doing all of the, so we've got 5 on here. All of these are strawberry slush with strawberry slush ribbon, 1 light, 1 dark, pretty in pink, and strawberry slush. And that's your card. Easily replicatable, super, super simple. All right, we're gonna do one more using part of those die cut pieces that are remaining. I love it when we don't have to waste stuff, right? I don't know what we'll do with it, but we're gonna do something with it. All right, I'm going to avoid any of the pink colors at the moment because we have what we need here. Maybe I need to find a different pink. I think doing something like this, because we do have white, but I think we could do something fun with that. Creating this element. We're going to trim. I got to trim these down to the right size first because they're a little bit bigger than I want them on one side. So let's hope I don't mess it up. That looks good. This is a little bit bigger on 2 sides. So we're going to try and even that up. And a smidge. Hopefully I don't mess this up. That looks kind of even. Okay, so we've got that. Hey y'all, if you haven't gone to Tagsylvania, I don't know why that's on my mind, but it keeps coming into my head. Get to Tagsylvania. It's probably going to be closing weekend this coming weekend. Tagsylvania, Tags in Elmira, great place to be. I created a lot of friends there. I brought out designer series paper. Let's see what we can do to use it. I kind of like this vibe. And honestly, that way these things will show. Or we can do, let's see what else we got. This is the color family for the 2025-2027 designer series paper, or in colors I should say. And I'm going to want probably a piece I don't have. Seems like it's most popular. I think I'm going to use that one. It's got all the tones in it. And, or we could use that. We're going to keep going. All right, I like this. I am going to grab my trimmer. I'm going to cut this down to a card base card front. So that's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Pretty simple. And we're going to leave it that size. I want a thick white card base, and I'm going to have this flip. So we're going to do 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2. And then we're just going to see what we can do with these negative pieces to make this look really super cool. All right, score at 5 1/2. Sue, I missed you guys over the last few days. Can't wait to get together with y'all. I won't be probably around in November, but hopefully if we do a Christmas gathering, count me in. I don't care when it is, but I need to be there. All right, I'm gonna actually first add these pieces. It's still a little thicker, but I'm gonna add, I think what I really need is my Tombow. Good luck, we're using the thick stuff. It'll be fine. I hope you all had a good time, and I gotta get the googers out of there. This feels like it's been upside down, but it might be empty. Did you see that? Dirty rat. Piece of paper. I'm just gonna kind of bring that along. That's what happens when I don't use a precision one. Heavy-handed. Okay, we're going to line this up. If you're all still with me, can you do me a favor and put a Halloween character in the comments from your emojis? I would love it if you would do that, if you're all still with me. No, this end. Give me some Halloween emoji in the comments so I know you're with me. Gracious, the struggle is real today with this glue. We're going to do this. It's so cool. And of course I do have adhesives. I should have my my what do you call it? You know what I'm trying to say. Silicone mat. Oh, it's because it's at the end. Nothing to line up. I don't know what I'm doing. Playing. Okay, we are gonna, oh, I should have used that. That's okay. I'm gonna grab my adhesive scissors only because, thank you. Love that you're still here with me. Thank you, thank you. Those of you watching that are not commenting, please consider leaving a comment. We'd love to know where you're from, all the good things. All right, now that's gonna go on. I kind of like the way that looks, but then again, I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. Oh, get that off there. I'm gonna just put this flush to the card base. It's just gonna be a background to what I'm doing, because we are going to just use your scraps, friends. I didn't cut that very well. Got a googer there. There we go. All right, this is kind of cool. Now, let's go ahead and find my stamps that are right here. You can glue ribbon, a ribbon in the bottom right corner. Like stamp the this ribbon, or actually create it shaped like the breast cancer. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And then add a sentiment. Yeah, I think you're right. Good eye, good eye. You are such a creative. You're all creative. I'm gonna cut this down. I might have to trim it some more, but that is a great idea. I will trim it some more. So I have to hang laundry when I'm done, and let's grab a glue dot to hold that together. Oh my gosh, that's gonna look so awesome. Thank you, Maggie. All right, we're gonna grab a glue dot. Take your pick tool, glue dot. I'm going to find a way to place this. Oops, I had it. And let's see, if we put it, it's kind of hard to, I'm going to put it right there. It's key to not get your oily skin on the, want those to be even. We want to press this together. We've got our right in there, and that can go there. I think it should go down further. So that's a little bit wider. Right? And let's see. Add, glue that to the back of it. Thank you. So that it sticks. I might have to separate this. Somewhere I messed up, but we'll get it. Takes a little ingenuity, if that's the word I'm looking for. Sometimes I pick words that sound really intelligent. They make no sense to what I'm doing. Oh, that looks much better. We're going to add another glue dot to the other side. So it's separated where it needs to be. And leave it like that. And I think adding just a simple sentiment. Again, lost my stamps. Like, how do people do that? There it is. I am going to, we've got love, we've got hope. Let's see. I'm not really sure I want to do that. I think even adding that sentiment right there, if I can stamp well after it's already created, that's kind of brave. I think I want to do it in, well, let's go for it. It's very faint. All right, we're getting there. So we've got 3 of those images, or those stamped sentiments. Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone. Okay. Very faint. That's okay. I'm going to grab another block. I'm going to grab a heart. And I'm going to faintly hold tight on a piece of what? I don't want to do that. I gotta find a piece of white paper that's gonna work for me. Let's do this. Dark strawberry slush and light, but we're going to do something with this. I'm going to stamp off a piece of scrap. and then stamp in the center, that heart. Okay, now with that, we are going to grab that, run it through our stamp cut and emboss machine. Really quick. Layers 1, 2, 3, paper, die, layer 3, perfect. Put our die back so we don't lose it. We got that. And we are going to, I think, add this right there, or even right there. I don't want to put it under the, on top of that. I think I will put it right here. Yeah, looks good to me. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna put it on dimensionals. Sue, I love all your Halloween memes, or that's so cute. We'll put this right here next to the ribbon. How's that? Like that. Grab some sequins. This is kind of a cool design, honestly. I love this. We're gonna put some sequins on that. All right, and then we will call it a day of creating for breast cancer awareness. Add this and a tiny one right there. Oops, maybe. Sometimes you take these off the sheet and they lose their adhesive, which that one did. So we're gonna put it back on the adhesive and then pick it up. Put that there. And then I'm gonna grab one that is really gonna show up and put it right there. Oops. Ow, stabbed myself. That is the second time I've done that in the last 2 days. Okay. All right, these are our cards. You asked for it. I sure did. I wanted to know who was listening. You all are listening. I was just playing, getting the Halloween vibe going. All right, where's all our cards? We made some background paper, added texture with remainders of the die cut images. And, oh, there's the other one. So there you go. We've got our breast cancer awareness stuff going on, and you can look forward to more ideas with the stamp set that will help you think outside the box and enable you to honor other fights that people might be having. So let's flip the camera back around. I'm so blessed and honored that you joined me today. And thank you so much, and thanks for your help. Oh, that's outside. I can't get to the button to flip because somebody friend requested me, which is wonderful. The more friends, the merrier. I got all these notifications popping up. Wow! I want this to heal. It's bothersome. I'm going to stand here like this. Hello. Thanks, friends. I love this. I had a lot of fun crafting with you this morning, and I appreciate your input and all the fun and laughter that you bring to me each and every day when I get to spend time with you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the remainder of your Sunday. Have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again Thursday for Creativity Made Easy. Not really sure. Marvin, the clown face. I love it. So share the love, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, share your Halloween emojis, whatever it is. I appreciate you sharing in everything that I do and being a part of my creativity inspiring me and motivating me each and every week to come to you to share the love for what I have to share. So, many Stampin' Blessings. Until next time, I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.